Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to your apostles and elders, great millstone who rule well, and Shalom to all the brothers doing the work of certain truth. Yeah, got this article on MSN by way of Bloomberg. It says what Europe's summer in peril as France warns on Spain, Portugal. Yeah, so it's like kind of the main push in the last like the last month, 2 months. Well, since May, around then, since the season started, it's essentially been for go get the max, and then you'll be able to go on holiday, be able to live good. You'll be able to go and enjoy your summer as as basically it should have been. Is how it's being sold anyway. Just saying like um all that bliss that you didn't get to do last summer, all them holidays you didn't get to take, all that enjoyment that you didn't get, all of that will you'll be able to do it. You just need to get the max. But it's when you actually look into it, by and large, it's looking like it's the complete opposite. Even if you get down with it, restrictions and controls are still gonna be exercised over the people, man. And that's because that's the main goal, the main aim with this this whole situation. A greater level of control, a greater level of restrictions has been succeeded at, but it's also maintaining it going forward. Because it's as far as it looks, if you got two eyes in your head and a brain, then you can see like these the way these systems have been set up. They're not just gonna throw all that out the window. Now it might be for the next few weeks, for so-called summertime. It will seem as if everything's gone back. Maybe just aside from Jesus. So, fuck. Aside from the holidays, but but yeah, it's becoming more evident and clear that in the long run, it's not going to be so. So this is what France is warning citizens against vacationing in Spain and Portugal in the latest sign the rapid spread of the Delta variant of C-19 could wreck Europe's summer. And yeah, it was, I think, France, Spain, and Germany that went back into lockdown like early summer to say like, oh yeah, because of, Indian variant. So this is what, with the migration of tens of thousands of holidaymakers already underway on the continent, European Affairs Minister Clement Bjorn issued a message of caution and advised those who haven't yet booked to go elsewhere or vacation domestically. Commas EU countries introduce vaccination certificates intended to make travel easier, but the Delta strain will pick up in infections of hindering the reopening. Yeah, so it's what it seems like, observing is either going to ramp up on, the vaccination passports and people getting vaccinated and what's the term? Increase increase the scale and scope of what are we covering, because for now it's only I believe And that's been used domestically a few places actually, but it's mainly focused on international travel. But then you might see an increase and I was focused on domestically. More places saying like, okay, look, if you don't have it, or maybe the law switching it up. But I don't think they're gonna go with straight to the law. They don't even need to. They're just gonna push it out there like, hey, look, if you want to, you can. Or they might, provide attached bonuses to it. They're not gonna make. It's not really overt with how they just say like, hey, just go do this. They'll make it more of a thing where they'll just, for now anyway, it's incentives because it's continuing to lull, people, making them not agreeable. What's the word? Comfortable, really. Making them comfortable to the idea, man, of how they're pushing it. There's the comments. As countries look to move past the pandemic, new figures spell out the ongoing human cost, with the global death toll passing 4 million. Spain and Portugal have the highest 14-day case notification rate in Europe after Cyprus, according to data from the EU CDC. Both countries rely heavily on tourism, and Bionne's warning could put fledgling recoveries at risk. The situation is particularly worrying, especially in Portugal. Bionnet said on France 2 TV. It's fucking probably Bionnet. He's French. I thought he was French. The government will discuss the situation Monday and could take action, including border checks and local restrictions, to try to stem the spread of the virus. Yeah. So it's and the thing is, if you'll see it reported on, then you might have the odd MP, the odd politician drop a drop a just say something, say the odd thing, just kind of be like, oh well, did it, or oh well, and then through the process of time, it will and then you'll see some action actually taken. But yeah, it's that's the thing. It's all these things are a process, and people aren't really yeah. It's people are already destroyed, man. They've been fractured and crushed, and pounded into dust, man, by Esau's back and forth and his promising one thing and then actually offering another. That Christmas over here in the UK, when they said like, oh yeah, Christmas is gonna, like, I think Christmas and Boxing Day, or maybe like New Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, we're gonna be like, okay, they'll take all the restrictions down so everyone could go see family. When they got flipped, bare people were upset, man. People all messed up, and they didn't even just make it bait straight away. It's kind of like, well, we're just gonna kind of bring restrictions back, and then I guess, yeah, and then, lulled people into it. Let me read this. Micah 2 and 10, arise ye and depart, for it is not your rest, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword of destruction. So yeah, really this is the funny thing with Jake, man, is they've really been from, for the longest. For the longest, just trying to get what's the word? Acceptance. Just trying to feel safe and comfortable in Babylon, man. But these are the things. That's not why we're here. That's not the purpose of us continuing to be us. Us continuing to be here. We're serving a punishment, and we're waiting on salvation. Therefore, it's whilst we're waiting, we're still serving our punishment. That's why Jake ain't gonna be at peace, everything will be fine. And that's, it's funny because it's like with these, these holidays, these things are being dangled over the people to make, to make them comply. And it's like with Jake. Jake is completely, within this kingdom, within this system. They want everything to go back. They want the bliss to come back. They want to be able to go on holiday. They want to be able to, make the money however they're making the money. They want to be able to go out and deal with women and do whatever. They all want it back because they're Babylonians, man. They're citizens of Babylon the Great, man. They're Greeks. They're Romans. They're, they're a part of this society. But hey, we're meant to be in the mindset of the pine. Because what if you're, you know, if you're linking arms with this society, you're trying to hold on to it as long as possible. You're gonna catch yourself getting destroyed. Because why? Because the place is polluted. It's vile. It's disgusting. It's completely against the scriptures. Every manner and way of which, you know, there is to live within the society. It's all partaking in wickedness, man. You've got to turn a blind eye. And then you go to what was it, Ezekiel 9? It says the men that sighed and that cried for the abominations that are done in the midst. They're meant to be sighing and crying. So yeah, that's it's that's just the main thing I was kind of meditating on. But I'll leave it there. Shalom. Yabashim Shabashim Kankadash Shalom.